Thinking and smoking again. I gotta butt it off. Fuck it. My thought today is like racism. Racism as a distraction from the truth. And it's not just white supremacy or black magic and all that shit. What we, not we, because I don't think that, but what a lot of people fail to realize is good and bad don't have a color. That shit can be in any and everyone, good and bad, good or bad. It's crazy because just the world nowadays classify people by the color of their skin instead of by their works. It's crazy. I had one guy tell me that if it was me, a white man, Spanish person, you know, vice versa, that applied for a position at a job, he would want me to get the position before any of them. And I said, that's crazy. And he said, why you say that? I said, because I would choose the one that's most qualified for the job. You know, you got a lot of different races that just judge people by the color. I remember I seen this one blog by RIP Jerry Levine, and he said we can't afford. He said it was an old video because, you know, he's changed a lot. His train of thought, his growth is phenomenal. But it was in one of his old YouTube videos before he got married and had kids. He stated that black people can't afford to be racist. You know, because we don't have, there's not a lot of, you know, we don't own the collateral, the capital, the big companies and corporations to really judge how we feel or what we think to be able to be identified as racist. But, and you know, as I stated, that was an old video, but it sits in my mind right now because it's like, you don't need money to hate. That's free will, just like you don't need money to love. It's just sad because so many people identify others by the color of their skin. And me, I'm a lighter complexion. I've experienced disrespect and judgment by people that are of darker complexion with me. And I'm not saying that to feel bad or anything. I'm saying that because because everything happens for a reason, you know. Everything that you go through is preparation for what's coming. And I'm thankful that I experienced that because it broadened my mind. It took me out of this little box by thinking that only black people will accept me, because I've experienced not being accepted by people of my complexion or of my classified group. And because I experienced that, it helped me to see people for who they are by their works. You know, my mom taught us not to see color when we played with kids early. And I ended up going to a school where it was a mixed group. So I've got to relate and connect with people of different origins from all over the world, you know, and it helped me to understand that, man, it's good and bad everywhere. It's not just in America. That shit is all over in different countries. You know, you got countries separating themselves just because of religion. And it's like, damn, you know, like even some of the Bible, you know, people pick what they choose from the book. And I say the book because it is a book. People choose what they want to accept by reading this book, you know. And I believe that we are all the same, you know. At the end of the day, we're all humans. Our heart beat every day, which symbolizes us having life. And we breathe air just like the next person. Just like the next white person, Spanish person, Asian person, you know, Arabian person, African person. It doesn't matter because it's all just a culture base. At the end of the day, we're all the same. And we're like the only species that does that. That's the crazy part. You know, you don't, not to say I lived in a jungle, but damn, you don't really see no lions not fucking with another lion because, oh, his fur ain't as big as ours, or they darker than us, so no, we ain't chilling with them or something like that. It's just crazy. And I just feel like the sooner a lot of us understand that it's not by the color of your skin, but in the actions and the reactions and the reflections of your work, the better off you'll be. The better off you'll be. Because you got to give people a chance. You got to give people a chance to show themselves. I mean, I met this one white guy who experienced racism just because he was white. And he didn't grow up in, you know, predominantly white areas or suburban areas. You know, he grew up in the boroughs, you know, so it was like, and he couldn't have certain friends, you know, or he said he was told that he couldn't play with a guy because the boy mother said, no, he's white and you're Jew, you can't play with him. And that shit is sad. That is sad. It's just, I feel like it's just a distraction. It's just a distraction for being able to get to know a person and to be able to see someone for who they really are. A lot of us deal with certain people because they're in our group, they're in our community. But if these people don't mean you well, why deal with them? You know, why just because I'm black, I gotta have all black friends? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. You got to get to know people. You got to get to know the way people live, the way their mind works, how they move. And that's how you're able to determine, okay, I can deal with this person. Or that's how you're able to determine, like, no, that person ain't for me. Don't get distracted by the color, man. The color is just the beauty, the uniqueness of people. We're not supposed to all look the same. Just like we don't all think the same. We don't all move the same. Because we're not made to be the same. We're made to be individuals. We're made to have our own separate ideas and our own train of thoughts to help build and to help the revolution and continue to evolve. Because as I stated before, nature is going to continue to be nature. But are we going to continue to hate? Or are we going to love, you know? It's crazy. Because all it is just opening the door to just hate and just war and fight and anger. For what? because this person looks like me. But shit, if you want to be real about it, we all look alike. We all got a set of eyes, a nose, lips. We all have a head, arms, legs. You know, it's some people that are born without them. But other than that, we all look the same. If you want to break it down in that aspect. But it's just the color that is a threat to people. It's the color that will put fear in a person, and it's the color that will make a person just judge you instantly. And to those that believe that there's something better, that there's a better way of looking at things, that there's a better way in life, it is. It is. You don't have to fall in line with that. You don't have to continue to move in the same way that a lot of the majority of people want you to think. You have to be able to see with love. And you have to accept the person for who they are. Because as I stated before, some people are the way they are because they like being that way. And those are the people you're allowed to be who they are, you know. But you don't have to change a person. You don't have to conform a person into thinking that this group and this classification is what defines you. Don't shit define me, but who I am and what lives in me. And who I am, I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. I'm a believer. And I'm all of that with caramel, cocoa brown skin.